Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am heading to a camping trip. Me and Toby are going to Ravensburg State Park. We're gonna be there for 2 days, that's the plan. This is like a little state park that I've never been to before. It has no electric, but here's the problem. They don't take reservations. So I have to just show up and hope that there's an empty spot. I don't think this place gets very busy. They don't have like a lot going for it, from what I could tell. There's no lake or anything. There's just a little creek that goes through. I guess some places to hike and that sort of thing. But it's not like a place that gets like hundreds of people. There's not even that many campsites. There's maybe like 20. So I'm hoping I can get a spot. If not, I have a couple backup ideas. I'd been hoping to take a half day of work so I could be there by now. I forgot I scheduled some meetings. I had to work all afternoon, and stuff was taking me like well past 5 before I actually could get out the door. So hopefully I can find a spot. I gotta find an ATM, because you have to pay cash for these campsites. There's no reservation, so I couldn't pay online. So I have to like put money in an envelope or something. I don't usually carry cash, so I need to go to an ATM somewhere. Well, I'm here at Ravensburg State Park. It is the first night, and whew, this is like a crazy setup. I got here, by the time I actually got to the campsite, it was after 8 o'clock, and I could tell it was going to get dark pretty soon. So I kind of just rushed to get the tent up. I had to race to get the tent, my cot, and everything set up before it got dark. And this is in the middle of the woods, so there's trees everywhere, meaning it got dark like way sooner than it normally would. Like the sky, you could see, it was still lit up a little bit, but it was like pitch black in the woods here. And so I had to really rush to get everything up. And I didn't put my pavilion up yet. There's a spot for it. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow, where it'll cover the tent or cover the picnic table. Because, man, this place is buggy. It's right by a creek, and you can like hear it running. I don't know if you can hear it in the background or not. But, yeah, it's super duper buggy. Every time I have a light on outside, it's like instantly swarming with bugs. But it was just too late. I wasn't going to deal with putting on my thermocell or something. I quick made a little fire. I had a couple hot dogs, which was not what I planned to make tonight, but just too late. And unfortunately, I didn't like have a video of me setting up the tent or anything like that. So I'll give you guys a tour tomorrow. For now, it's like super hot, but I've been trying to prepare for that. So I've got a little fan. I don't know if you can see it. Which is giving me some moving air in here. And Toby this time has his own little bed, which he's loving. So we don't have this like trying to figure out who's sleeping where kind of deal. So yeah, I like this place. It's pretty remote, but you know, I like it. It's kind of not too far from a road. You can hear the cars driving past, but yeah, overall it's pretty sweet. There's only like 3 other families here. One of them's like a guy on a motorcycle with a tent. And then two families, and they're all kind of far away. And this place even has like, there's no electric, but it's got like a bathhouse with like running water and flush toilets and stuff. So that's not too bad. So yeah, I'll check back with you guys in the morning. I think I'm gonna hit the hay. This has been a long day. Well, good morning. I've had like such a hard time trying to get around today. Like getting up and moving and having any form of energy. I just haven't had any. So I'm getting some coffee. Uh-oh. I got 2 bugs inside. Hold on. So I'm just using regular biscuits this time. I'm not gonna mix any up. Didn't turn out too bad. Well guys, I thought I'd give you a little tour of the camp. And if you want to know the real story of camping with Toby, it's this. It's untangling his rope from every little rock or crevice that you can find. He, like, no matter what I do, where I position anything, he manages to find a way to get himself tangled. Don't you, buddy? Oh boy. So, we're in Ravensburg State Park in central PA, and site 19 here is yeah, it's not too bad. The place here, it's all tent camping, so every place has the little platforms for a tent, and there's no reservations. So basically you just drive around the loops till you find the one you want. And if it's open, you can have it. You still have to pay. So at the front gate, there's a honor system envelope thing where you put money in. And yeah. So this place isn't too busy. There was another guy on a motorcycle, but he must have left early this morning because he's gone. And I think there's two families down the other way. And at least 2 people have walked past me this morning. So here's the water, which is super close, but you'll also notice there's a trail here. So we're gonna go explore that later, but apparently there's a hiking trail, and that's where there's more stuff to see from this state park. So yeah, the downside is whenever someone walks past, Toby lets me know that they're here well in advance. So yeah, this time I decided to set up my little gazebo thing because it is crazy buggy, and I wanted to have like a little place to get away from some of the bugs. Man, they're still managing to find their way in somehow, but it's definitely a little better than it would be. So this thing's nice. It's a Coleman gazebo thing, and it offers a little bit of shade. You know, it's because of the angle though. If it starts raining really hard, it's not, I mean, you can stay dry in the very middle of it, but I got to put everything centrally if it's going to be raining. But yeah, I like this thing a lot. It's super easy to set up compared to anything else. It just kind of fold the legs out and they clip out and you're done. It's great. It's a Coleman easy setup. So yeah, I had a little bit of a fire last night. A lot of this wood was here, so somebody left me like all kinds of kindling. And I set up my hammock this morning. I haven't used this thing in years, but saw these trees were like the right distance, and I think this one had been used for hatchet target practice at some point. So I'm using that my Coleman Sky Dome tent. Man, it was hard to get this set up myself because I was in a hurry getting here so late last night, and this thing's hard to put up by yourself anyway. It's just so tall. As soon as you try to get one side up, the other side falls down. It's kind of a pain, but I did it. And yeah, these platforms are nice. There's not, like, the ground is really easy to stake into, and yeah, they're raised up. Nice big size too. You couldn't really easily have 2 tents here though if you got big ones like this. The other one would have to, you know, go off the platform, but yeah, overall it's a pretty decent place. And the big surprise for me was that this campground had water, like running water, and it has actually flush toilets and sinks that work in the bathhouse and a shower. So it's not real typical for these tent only, no electric places. So yeah, not too bad. So yeah, I'm still kind of just struggling this morning to get myself going. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I think the heat and the humidity is just making me feel like blah. Kind of just want to like sit in front of a fan, and I can do that with my battery thing, but I don't know if I want to run the battery all day. I think I'll probably get some hiking shoes on, try to get Toby out, and maybe go for a little adventure. We can see what else there is to see at this place. So Toby and I are heading on a little bit of a hike. Yeah, there's like a whole part of this state park that is south of the campground, and that's the part that's, I guess, the more normal state park section, you know, where the public would come if you're not camping. So there apparently are a few trails, maybe a few other things to check out, and it just thundered a little bit ago, so I'm like half expecting it's going to be raining on us on the way back. There's not a huge amount of stuff to check out down here though, so I don't think we're going to be down here for too long. These pavilions are weird. They've got these like little chimney things, but they're not really chimneys, I don't think. I think the fire like just burns in front of it. But I don't think that actually vents up to the sky. I don't know. The other one definitely didn't. The one over in the campground like had a roof over it. So I don't know if you can tell this, but that is a tree that fell down and landed directly on a picnic table, and it's exploded. Look at this poor picnic table. Oh my gosh. If a tree falls in a forest and destroys a picnic table, does it make a sound? This water's just so nice. Everything's covered in moss, and it's got all these like nice flowing water. It's very pretty here. If it wasn't for the trucks and cars driving past every 2 seconds, there is a road like on the other side of the creek, and it's a lot busier than I thought it would be. There's people driving past every few minutes. Thousand Step Trail. Everything named that is never good. Like every time I've gone on a trail with that kind of name, you know you're like in for a straight uphill. Oh yeah, look at this. straight up the mountain. Goodness gracious. Great. I'm at least halfway up this, and like I feel confident I can make it up, but I'm just feeling a little bad. Toby's doing really good, but we're gonna have to go back down. I think we might just cut our losses here and just we went halfway up. We did 500 steps because he's panting. It's really it's hot and humid. I tried to give him water, he didn't want any. So problem is, I just think at the very top of this is a big pile of nothing. Take a breather here for a minute and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do. Just these steep rocks that are, I don't know, shifting under your feet. And I don't want to fall and bring Toby with me. He's like low center of gravity. He's probably fine going down. But yeah, I currently have him detached from me because this is just not the greatest terrain. I looked on all trails just while I was waiting there. And yeah, everyone rated that as a very difficult climb. And there's actually a way to get up there and avoid it altogether, which I did not do. So yeah, I think this is probably the safest bet here. And we're getting a nice little workout in anyway. But yeah, we're just heading back down. One of the cool things that they do at the state parks in PA is they have these little passport stickers, or I guess some places it might be a stamp. And you can get these little passport books. Basically, whenever you go to state park, you can look for these little stickers to just kind of mark where that you've been there. I've been to a bunch. I haven't yet bought the passport books. I haven't found where they're selling it yet. Or I've been there, but they haven't had a person there working. I'm usually there on the weekends when they're closed. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm glad I found it. Look what we got here, a little buddy. He like jumped right out in front of Toby. I'm surprised Toby let him loose. Don't really want him over by the fire ring though, or anywhere close to where Toby might try to chomp on him. There, buddy, let's get you out of here. Yep. That way. We'll just maneuver him over to the woods. Now here. Don't go back towards us. Where'd he go? Camouflage. Oh, there he is. No, not in the fire ring. I'm just gonna have to grab him, aren't I? There we go. Now I got him. Oh, buddy, you're okay. Shh. Yeah, you're pretty. There you go. Well, guys, for lunch today, I am trying something that I don't really know how to feel about this. I got this thing, I don't know, months ago at the Asian market in my town. So they got this whole section of like ramen noodles and soups and things like that. And there's like, the only signs are in like Chinese. I can't read anything. So, you know, you just kind of look at the package and pick something that sounds like it might be good. Well, one of the things I got is this, which is a instant hot pot. Now, I believe that this thing is sort of like a MRE, but like for the public, this is definitely doesn't seem like a military issue. But it says it's self-heating, so figured it would actually maybe make for decent camp food. Now, when I bought this thing, there was no price tag either, so I got to the checkout and it was like $10, which I definitely wouldn't have bought it if I knew it was 10 bucks. But at that point, I wasn't gonna go return it. So, all right, I'm gonna open this up. Okay, so we got some instructions. Holy moly, there's like a ton of stuff in this. I think these are chopsticks. Some noodles. This is the heating pad. Holy mackerel, look at all this stuff. Alright, we'll work through these instructions. Open the package, take out all the packets and tableware. Okay. Tear off the vermicelli packet, vegetable packet, and seasoning packet into the upper layer box. That's this guy. So, vermicelli, vegetables. I'll just try this to open this one first. Yep. So that was vegetables, because these are those like lotus root things. I bet you these both go in the top here, and the oil. This is some kind of like soup paste. I'm assuming that this cooks down when you add water to it. I'm going to assemble these chopsticks. Cute. I think I'm just gonna, because it doesn't mention the oil and the seasoning thing here in the instructions, and it's like instruction. This looks very red. I hope it's not like super hot. Add water to the water line. You know, this is like making me nervous because I'm gonna have to take this out to put the heating thing in the bottom. Probably should not have had this nested while I was doing this. So, tear the plastic package of the self-heating pack and add cold water to the water line. So it's just like a little fabric bag here. Okay, so add some cold water to this. I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of chemical reaction here. And this is supposed to go back on top. I'd be lying if I could tell you what anything else in this is. Maybe like watercress, some kind of mushrooms maybe. Whoa! Now it's boiling. Gotta get this lid on. It's like legit boiling water now. Okay. So 8 to 10 minutes. So we'll give this a little bit of a wait and see what it's like. It's been 10 minutes. And I think it's time to check this thing. It is boiling still. Like steam is shooting out of it. I can hear the water boiling. This is cool. And it's hot. I took a peek in the corner and it was like burning my finger trying to look at it. I'm actually not even sure how I can get it out of the hot pot thing because it's like literally boiling right now. Definitely melted all that soup. So, yeah, this looks really good. Definitely smells like hot pot. I've been to one once. I think this will be tough to eat because it's still on its heating thing, and I'm probably not supposed to take it out. I think that's what I've decided. I think it's going to take some time to cool off, and I just realized the flavor is spicy hot, so hopefully this doesn't like burn my insides for the rest of my camping trip. Alright, let's try some. That was definitely a mushroom. It was good. It is kind of spicy, but I don't think it's like deathly spicy. I think this would be fun camping food. Definitely not a normal thing to bring camping. I will say because it has its own heating, all you needed was water. This is really like one of the real portable MREs. I gotta say, the further along I go eating this, like the hotter everything's getting. It's like, I've blown my nose like 10 times. My sinuses are fully clear. Yeah, this is an experience. This hot pot is it's a real cleansing of my head. But it's tasty. It was a fun experience putting it together and making it. So would I recommend it? For some people, maybe. You have to like Chinese food. You have to like spicy food, and you have to like soup. It's also $10, but you're buying the experience. So I got a fire going here. I think we're gonna make some marshmallows. I found like a lot of wood in the woods here. You're allowed to collect wood in Pennsylvania. Just can't cut down a living tree, and you can't run a chainsaw or something in the state parks. But it's totally allowed to just go scavenge wood. So I went around and collected some wood. There was some wood even here when I got here from the last people who were here. So yeah, no problem at all finding wood in this state park. There's down trees all over the place and loads of it. The only problem is a lot of it is damp. So I had to use a little fire starting assistance. But yeah, it's going now. So let this cook down a little bit, and then I will probably make some marshmallows. Hey guys, so it's Wednesday night, so I'm going back home tomorrow. Today was a pretty good day. This place doesn't have a ton of stuff to do, you know, outside of just camping. Well, we had a nice walk. It's really pretty. Tomorrow I'll get up. I think I'll stick around here till lunch, and then I'll be out of here. So I already started trying to pack up a little bit. You know, I always like to try to pack the night before I'm leaving, like as much as I can, get stuff ready. So tomorrow I'll have some kitchen stuff to get out, you know, to cook breakfast and lunch. Oh my gosh, what is that thing? So anyway, I will catch you guys in the morning. Good night. Well, good morning. Yeah, I slept pretty well last night, I guess. Like the night before, I had trouble like figuring out the right amount of my sleeping bag to have on. So I was either really cold or really hot, and it wasn't so bad last night. So today I'm just gonna be packing up. Well, I got my peppers and onions and eggs. It's not really an omelet, it's more like scrambled eggs, because it kind of fell apart. All right, well, I got the tent and the gazebo thing packed up. Yeah, everything's just, damp. And it's just because it's humid. Sorry, I'm like, these bugs are all over me because I don't have the screen up anymore. Yeah, so that's been like the big negatives from this trip. But it's been super peaceful. There's still just one other person in this whole campground besides me. So, you know, can't complain. A couple trucks have driven past. Like, I don't know if they were just scoping the place out or checking that you paid or whatever. So if I was here on a weekend, I'm sure there's way more people. So I don't want to admit that I've been beaten, but these bugs have gotten just overwhelming. Just trying to drink my coffee, they're like dive bombing into it. Yeah, so I probably am not going to stick around here for lunch. It's about 11 o'clock now. I think I'm going to just finish packing up here and make my way back home. All right, well, thanks for watching. Please click the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Who is it, buddy? Who are these little boys, buddy? Okay, I'm here in Williamsport, PA, and just crossed the bridge into South Williamsport. It's such a pretty day out, and this water is just beautiful, isn't it? I think so. No.